Hi everyone, it's Mary here from Markry Woolcraft again this morning. And normally when I start doing a video, we're starting with some lovely wool that's already prepared or washed or dyed or whatever. But I thought today I would show you what I get from the farmer and what I do with it when it first arrives. So in here, this bag was completely full yesterday and I've gone through most of the fleeces, just one or two left. And here the farmers aren't interested in really the wool, so they don't prepare it really after it's been shorn for crafters. They just throw the fleeces as is into the bag. So the first thing we have to do is sort it. We call this skirting. Now by rights you should have a big table that you can lay the whole fleece out on, but as per usual space is a premium here. So I have the fleece, and I think that is actually one fleece. It's even difficult to divide it. Check it out that it's fairly good quality. No point storing rubbish. See here, that's not great. Okay, so we're going to go through it now and take out and throw out what I don't want. So any short bits. This is Klin, and Klin sheep don't have any wool on their bellies. So we don't have quite so much waste with them as you would with other sheep. This is probably the rear end, so we don't need any of that muck, because that's difficult to wash out. This blue stuff here, take a chance on it. This is, these are yos. They would have gone in with the ram, and I think that's probably the mark the ram made when he was covering the yo. And there's a bit of muck in that, but hopefully it'll come out when I wash it. I'll leave this. So I'm not very fussy about it when I put it away, because I'm going to go through it again when I'm washing it, again after it's been dyed or whatever, and again when I'm carding it. So each process I take out more and more muck out of it. If you see, we don't need that. We don't need that. If you were sending this to the mill, you would have to have it perfect, because when it goes to the mill, they just throw the whole lot in as is, and you get back what you sent in. So if you send in bits with hay or straw in them, they're going to come back to you with hay and straw in them. They wash them, but that doesn't get rid of lots of bits and pieces. So you can see I'm trying to sort of throw it up in the air. This gets rid of all the short bits. We don't need those. This is a bit around the, that's obviously not great. You can see you're not going to get, that's going to be a messy bit if you try to do anything with it. Most of this wool I'm going to use for felting, so the quality doesn't need to be quite as good as it would be for spinning now. And it's held together like that cottage. There's no point keeping it, because, and there's no shortage of it. So if you like, there's no point me struggling with a lesser quality wool when I can go to the farmer and get as much again from him. Sadly, that is the case in Ireland. Farmers have very little sale for their wool. There is a little bit of a new initiative at the moment called a welfare grant, but it also includes dipping and things like that with the sheep, and you have to sell your wool, or your wool has to go to a designated place so that they can keep track on it. But most farmers, like Ian, just have his own. This is again a mark from, I'm not quite sure what, maybe could be two, but that's very greasy, and take that out, because that won't wash out. That won't wash out, but I will probably either over dye it or I'll get rid of it somehow. But those very greasy bits, they'll actually spread onto the rest of the fleece. So I think that's all done. Now to just bundle it up, and as we bundle it up, more bits will appear. Bundle it all up into one fleece. I don't wash it as a full fleece. This will take this out. That's around the neck. Again, full of veggie matter. You can see that. I don't want that. This is difficult to get rid of when we wash it. Sort of a nuisance. Yeah. What's that? I don't like the feel of that. Sometimes I can feel something I don't like. Aha. There we are. Take all that out. You see, that's completely poof, gone. Thorny bit. Just knock that up on that one. Right, it's feeling a bit better now. Take a chance on that. What's that like? Right. And now I'm just going to bundle this over to the other shed where I have mountains of wool, as my husband would say. Right. This is exactly how much I had yesterday when you see this bag, the full of it. So that's all for felting, and I think I'm going to use some of it for spinning because actually it's quite nice and soft. Yeah, good. So that's that, I think. Windy and cold. So, finish. Okay, so just to say, that's it for today, and I hope you found that interesting. No, not the perfect way to do it, but it suits me. This will all go in the compost heap, not for waste, into the composting heap, rot down in a year or two, and onto the garden. So that's what ends up with all these bits that have sat in the rear end of the sheep. Second cuts there. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found this interesting to see what I get from the farmer.